Hey, cuz, have you done any Valentine's shopping yet?
No, and it's so close.
Yeah, if you want to buy your husband something for Valentine's, you can go to campfirepod.com and click on the Amazon link on the right hand side of the website. Anything you buy, we will make a small commission at no extra charge to you.
You're kidding. No.
Why would I kid about such a great deal? Listen, I also heard that your husband's birthday is on Valentine's Day, so you can buy him two gifts and help support the show at the same time.
I think I'm going to do that.
I think that's a great idea. Let's get the show started.
I agree. Hi, I'm Lourdes.
And I'm Eric, but you can call me Tello. This show is a family-oriented show, but it's oriented from the adult perspective. We talk about adult situations, and very often we use adult language. So if there's any kids in the room, kick their asses out. They don't belong here right now. Unless they want to learn something about life.
Right, this may not be suitable for children. And I'd like to add, I don't want to make anybody mad, and I love my family and friends.
I do too. Cousin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Anything to get the show started so we can move on to our scheduled topics. And what he needs to just hold it up. He needs to hurry up and get out of my studio. That's not very nice because his birthday is on Wednesday.
Yeah, today is Sunday.
Can
Oh, wait, Saturday. Yeah.
Can you ask him to cough a little bit louder? The microphone is barely picking it up.
Just to give our listeners another disclosure that there's still only one restroom, and there is construction that will begin here shortly, so there may be some background noise.
Let me interrupt you real fast.
Coughing including.
If there's only one restroom, how do y'all rest during the day?
We can only rest one time. We can only rest one time. We can only rest one at a time. There you go.
That was a long way to go for a terrible joke. Let me ask you this real fast. Your husband knows you're recording right now. Do you think any of this is just like a little passive-aggressive behavior?
Yes, because he's like being spoiled, like pouting because, whatever.
Because he doesn't have you to himself for the next hour or so. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's just the way it is. That is mental abuse.
Oh my goodness. We're not going to start that. But we will start this episode number 30. Let me get my fingers right. 32.
You had 3 up.
I started with 3. 32.
Oh, okay.
I have this hand. I have like a fat muscle right here, the thumb muscle. So it's really hard for my thumb to reach my pinky over here. So a lot of times I'll just be like 32 or 32. And for those who can't see, I'm holding up different fingers to represent 3 and 2.
Yeah.
You know what? I should have thought about this.
My right side is bigger than the other.
What?
My whole right side, like my right hand, my right boob, my right hip, my right foot, my right leg.
It sounds like you might need to see a doctor or a chiropractor just to be realigned and have everything distributed properly.
No, I have a crooked spine or something.
Yeah. All the more reason to visit a chiropractor to see if they can straighten you out.
You think that's even worth it in the 39th year of my life?
Yes. I have an obsession with chiropractor videos. I need to make an appointment for myself. I just don't know who's a good one around this area. But I watch chiropractor videos at night before I go to bed, and I get sucked into this rabbit hole of like 2 hours worth of videos of people cracking spines and necks and decompressing, like just pulling on their head all the way up and like decompressing the entire spine. And last night I was watching a video where a guy, he was working on a patient, and he did something to their nose, like they pulled on it and set it straight to help with a deviated septum. And I have an issue from my days as a terrible mixed martial artist in training, where my head was used as a punching bag quite often because it's so big and because I was
No,
really
it
slow.
was not.
No, my head is huge. I was slow. I was uncoordinated. I was not meant to be a fighter. But because of that, I took a bunch of punches in the nose, right? And right now, if I stick my finger in my left nostril, I can feel.
Oh,
No, I'm not picking my nose. I'm not looking for boogers.
I know, but that just does something to me.
What,
It
this?
makes my. Oh no! Don't do that.
Anyway, I can feel the cartilage where it jags left in my left nostril instead of going straight. So he was like pulling on the bottom of the nose and setting it straight. And I was like, wow, let me try that. So I pulled on my own nose and tried to set it straight, and then I opened up my my nasal passages.
Sinus passage?
Yeah, my sinus
Oh.
passages to try and breathe in more, because this is also something that he did. And this morning when I woke up, I, for the first time in my memory, had both nostrils open and able to breathe clearly. I brushed my teeth just fine, breathing through my nose, and I was like, I can't remember. Like right now, this right nostril's kind of stopped up, which is the way I always go through life. One nostril's almost always stopped up. But it was just unbelievable to me that I could breathe through both nostrils this morning when I woke up, and it was fantastic. And I thought, did I fix my deviated septum that got deviated by being punched in the face? I don't know.
Maybe.
I hope.
But if you were by me, I would like punch you in your stomach or something, because to see somebody pick their nose like that.
I wasn't picking my nose. I was sticking my finger up there to feel the cartilage that's all messed up.
Ugh, it's just weird.
You have a lot
You
of
don't
weird
even
rules.
wash your hand. I do.
All right, before we get started on that, I just wanted to update our wonderful audience. Last show we talked about the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. They're constantly chasing. Roadrunner is constantly being chased by the Coyote. Remember that conversation?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I thought I had heard about an episode where the Roadrunner was caught by the Coyote, and the Coyote didn't know what to do, so he just let him go. Turns out there was an episode that was aired. It was called, it was in a special called Bugs Bunny's Busting Out All Over. And the segment was called Soup or Sonic. And it has this scene where the Coyote's chasing the Roadrunner, and they go through a pipe, and it's big on one end, and the pipe gets progressively smaller. And when they come out the other end, they're tiny little versions of themselves. Do you remember that cartoon?
I do remember the cartoon.
Okay.
I don't know that I remember that episode.
Do you remember that? The episode is what I'm talking about. So,
Oh.
so the Coyote realizes that they're small versions. So he whistles at the Roadrunner and tells him, "Come on!" He does his hand like in a "come on" fashion, because he never talks. Well, I take that back. Not in this episode. He doesn't talk. So they run back through the small end of the pipe, and it gets progressively bigger. And when the Roadrunner comes out, he's back to normal size. But the Coyote comes out, and he's still tiny. And he catches up to the Roadrunner, and he grabs him by the leg. So he finally caught the Roadrunner. But
Yeah.
in true Wile E. Coyote fashion, he can't do anything about it because he's so tiny. And he holds up this if you can see this image on your screen, he
Yeah.
pulls up a sign that says, "Okay, wise guys, you always wanted me to catch him. Now what do I do?" Because he can't do anything. The Roadrunner's giant to him. And that's where the cartoon ends.
That's crazy.
So there was an episode where the Coyote caught the Roadrunner. I just wanted to update everyone. Don't fact check the show, but you can fact check this one. This is where the Coyote caught the Roadrunner.
Well, I also sent you a link of a episode that shows where he catches him and he like tortures him.
I haven't had a chance to watch that, but if it's worthy, we'll put it on our Facebook page. By the way, you can find us on
Okay.
Facebook, Num2Pod, Instagram, Twitter, @Num2Pod. Send us an email, num2pod@gmail.com. What do you say about that, Cuz?
Yeah. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hit
all right.
us up.
Hit us up.
I have to go back to your videos of you watching those chiropractor type
Yeah?
movements and adjustments
What
on
about it?
YouTube or wherever you watch. You know, this past weekend we were with your Fave Cuz, and I found out that she watches videos of earwax and ears being cleaned out. She has a fetish with that stuff, and it disgusts me. Ugh. She was trying to make me watch. I was like, ugh. It just makes me want to vomit. That's disgusting.
I'm not obsessed with those like I am with the chiropractor videos, but I have seen a couple, and there is something so satisfying about seeing something come out of a person's ear and giving them the ability to hear better.
Okay, giving them the ability to hear better is like having eye surgery and giving them the ability to see too. Because hearing for the first time, seeing for the first time, but actually getting off to watching stuff being pulled out of someone's ear. And your Fave Cuz said that she likes to smell those things.
That's too far. I can't defend that. That's just gross.
They can fact check me. That's what she said. Oh.
Did she describe what they smell like?
No, she said she had like some cyst thing on her chest one time, and it
she told me the story.
And it oozed or something came out, and she kept it to smell it, and she likes keeping the scabs or stuff to smell. Ugh. I don't know.
Okay, we're getting way off topic here, because why would you talk? Ugh.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, I have a funny story.
Wait, before you get into that funny story, just real quick, is there something in the background making noise?
Yeah.
What?
It's the yard man.
Okay, maybe also mention that. Okay, so we know it's the yard man. So there will be some yard man noises.
And the yard man is also known as Luis. And he's like right by my window.
I have a feeling he doesn't like you doing this.
I have a feeling he doesn't like me doing this when he needs me to do something.
What does he need you to do?
I don't know. Probably nothing. Maybe hold his hand. He's gone away. He moved to another part, so he must be blowing the yard or something.
All right. So what's your funny story?
So yesterday I'm at work. I'm having a conversation with one of my coworkers. My phone rings, and it's from I recognize the school district's calling me. And you know, the last time I got a school district phone call, I had to go pick up my son from school. So I'm like, oh, wait.
Fighting.
Yes. I'm like, coworker, hold on. I've got to get this. So, yes, it was. It was actually the principal to... Priscilla goes to her normal school campus, and then because she's part of a child development program, they go to another campus within the district. And it was the principal to that district, to that school campus. And he has me on speaker, and he's like, you know, this is Mr. So-and-so, and I have, you know, Priscilla here in my office. And go ahead, Priscilla, tell her what's going on. So, you know, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my child got in a fight. My child was caught doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing. And she's like, and you could just hear in her voice that she's nervous, she's scared. And I'm like, so she's like, so Mom, we ordered a pizza and Miss doesn't know about it. Didn't know about it. And I'm like,
so wait, they ordered the pizza to come to school?
Yes, to be delivered to the school.
Okay.
And the teacher did not know about it. And I'm like, oh, Priscilla. And I'm thinking, seriously? People take drugs and guns and alcohol and do sex stuff and all kinds of things at school. Have sex in
the stairwell at the school?
Yes. And you get in trouble because you ordered a pizza? So the principal tells me, you need to come pick her up. She's suspended for the rest of the day, and she can
For a
take
pizza.
she can take her pizza home. I was like, I was waiting for them to come on and say, "Ha ha, we got you." This is a joke. But it wasn't. So I had to go to my boss and tell my boss that I had to leave.
Because my daughter ordered a pizza at school.
That's exactly what I was like. I'm a little confused. I don't know what happened. And so we laughed about it. And so I go pick her up. I wasn't out of my job's parking lot when Priscilla calls me and said, "Okay, just forget it. I'm not getting suspended." And I'm like, oh, okay. Apparently they lied to cover up for the teacher, because the teacher actually did give them permission, but they didn't want to get her in trouble because they didn't know if she would get in trouble for allowing them to order food and eat in the classroom. And they covered up for her. Well, then the teacher found out that they got in trouble, so she went and clarified it with the principal, but I still had to go to the school and pick up the pizza. So I get to the school, I go to the office, the principal comes out, he's like, "Here's the pizza." He's like, "I don't know why she did that." And I'm like, seriously? I get the pizza, cuz. And Priscilla comes, I'm like, "Priscilla, seriously?" She's like, "Mom, I didn't know. I didn't want to get Miss in trouble." Then the lady comes out and hands us like a 24-ounce hot Pepsi. And Priscilla's like, "That's the Pepsi? We ordered a liter." So we're leaving out of the office, and she's like, "Wait, I have to go to the class." And about that time, one of her other little friends is in the hallway. And she was like, "Are you going to come get a piece?" And I'm like, "Priscilla, we have to leave." I said, "If this principal is watching us on camera, he's going to suspend both of us." She takes the pizza back to the classroom, gets a piece, is walking out of the building eating her pizza. And then she tells me that the little girl that was in the hallway that we seen actually seen the pizza delivery guy when he showed up and saw him, but instead of telling him...
Wait, she's right behind you. Stop her.
Oh, Priscilla.
So the girl saw the pizza delivery guy.
And she didn't tell him, "Oh, hey, it's this way." She lets him go to the office and say, "I have a delivery for Priscilla."
All right. Let me talk to her real fast.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Pila. Welcome to the N2P podcast. So let me ask you something.
Okay.
What were you thinking when you ordered a pizza to school?
That I was hungry.
Could you talk more into the microphone, please?
That we were all hungry. I mean, they pitched in their money too, so I just had my card.
So everybody pitched in, but your mom had to take the pizza home. What happened to the pizza after that?
Well, she didn't take it home. I had to put it in the classroom.
Oh, that's right. She gave it back to you. She broke the principal. She lied to the principal. Your mom is setting a terrible example for you. How does that make you feel about rules and laws and regulations?
It was just pizza.
And wings.
That's
and
true.
wings. The wings are mine.
Oh.
They
So
tried to take it
your
to the
teacher-
classroom, and they were mine.
So the
Somebody else
teacher didn't
paid
have
for
a,
them.
like the
She didn't
teacher's
have
like,
she didn't care, but I don't think she thought it all the way through.
how old is your
And then-
teacher?
She's 42.
Is she married?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's the end of that conversation. Well, I'm glad you got your pizza and wings. I'm
Yeah, it was
I'm
good.
very shocked that you would order it at school, but you had your teacher's permission. I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't see how, why that was a big deal.
I feel like these days people just want something to be outraged about, and if there's nothing, if the machine isn't worth raging against, then rage against the pizza delivery man.
Right. I mean, there's other kids that have done worse.
You know,
And
I don't know your
pizza.
principal. I don't want to know your principal's name. I don't want to know the school you go to, but I would just say this: your principal's a stupid asshole. Tell your mom what I just said.
He said, I can't say that. It's bad.
No, just your version of it.
He said that my principal is a stupid a-hole.
I think so, because he did all that work for nothing because they ended up eating the pizza anyway.
Yeah, because you got the pizza and wings anyway.
Yeah, I don't think what he was thinking.
He's like, oh, my job is on the line. If I let them eat this pizza, I'm going to be in so much trouble. You're suspended.
He's just more lenient to other classes than to our class, put it that way.
Well, you know what? If you ever need some time off from school, you can order a pizza without anybody's permission. And you'll get suspended.
That's right. I'm going to do it next Friday.
And your mom will be totally cool with it because she was like, at least it's not drugs, alcohol, guns, gang activity.
Tell Eric I have to go to the
That's true. Mama says she has to go to the restroom.
All right, well, have a seat. You and I are going to do this podcast together. And
Okay, I can't see. I don't have my
talking to that
glasses.
microphone again. Let's see.
I said I don't have my glasses.
That's okay. You don't need to read anything.
Cool.
So has anything else interesting happened in school recently? You have any funny stories you want to share with us?
Not that I know of.
All right,
We
how
had
about this?
our,
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay. You can go ahead.
All right. How has it been living in that house with only one bathroom that is located in your mom and dad's bedroom?
It's kind of a struggle because, like, in the mornings, like, we're all, like, trying to go into the bathroom.
Does anybody fight over it? Y'all get into arguments or
No, not
is it
really.
first come, first serve?
It's more like the first come, first serve. Like, if you don't get there
Have
first,
you had to follow
then-
anybody? I'm sorry, what?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Have you had to follow anybody who's taken a nasty dump?
Isabel, or my mom, or Louise. Well, you know what?
Oh, yeah?
All of them.
Was it like this? Not like that. Hang on. I forgot to turn this up. You know what I'm about to play?
The Isabel one.
This one?
I have some turds in the toilet. They're just floating and stuck.
Has it been
Yeah.
like that?
Yes, definitely. And then Louise, he doesn't put down the seat.
Look, I've been arguing this point almost my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
What is the big deal about putting the seat down? Explain that issue
Well-
to me first.
Well, like, if you go sit down with the seat up, you're gonna fall in the toilet.
So what's wrong with you putting the seat down before you use the bathroom?
What if you don't? What if you're in a rush and you don't see that the seat's up and you just sit down and then you fall in the toilet?
Okay, I have been in a rush to the restroom, and only once have I ever not checked the seat and accidentally fallen in the toilet. My entire life, listen, there's only one way that I know of that women use the restroom. With the seat down, correct?
Right.
Okay, so guys have to use the seat if they stand up to pee, they're going to have the seat up. Otherwise, they're going to pee all over the seat. If they have to poop, they have to have the seat down. So we constantly have to deal with that seat. If there is only one way you use the restroom, why not always make sure that one way is correct?
It's because it's like, okay, well, after he's finished, he could have like the decency to pull down the seat.
Okay,
Like,
I do
let's
that.
go
I do
in
that
and
sometimes,
then
but sometimes I'm in a rush and I don't think about doing that. And if
Well,
I go
like,
back
it's
to the restroom and the seat, if I go back to the restroom and the seat is still up, I'm like, okay, I got to put the seat down if I got to poop.
Okay, well then Louise don't think like that.
So you're telling me that if Luis goes to the restroom and the seat is up while he has to poop, he's going to sit on the toilet and fall in?
No, he'll put it down.
He'll put it down, right? So you should too.
But
It sounds
I'm not the
like-
one who did it. It's just
Okay.
extra work.
It sounds like you're being entitled here. There's a sense of entitlement, like the bathroom should only be accustomed to you. So all right, tell me this: how come when you're done using the restroom, whatever you do, one or two, because you're sitting down both times, why don't you lift the seat in case Luis has to go next? Do you ever do that? You ever put the seat up for the boy following you?
No.
It seems like the same
weird.
thing. Is it?
Yeah, because when my mom like goes into the restroom next, she's like, "Why do you have the seat up?"
Like in
And
case
then-
Luis or Dad had to
That'd
use
be
the
weird.
bathroom. And if it turned out they didn't have to pee and they had to poop, guess what? They're going to put the seat down. They're not going to complain about it.
That's true.
I'm just saying it goes both ways. All right. I hope this is a lesson you carry with you the rest of your life. It's very important. Put your mom back on the show. Try to quit fixing the bed.
Hey, Eric said stop fixing the bed now.
Okay.
Yeah, the audience has already seen how terrible her bed looks.
She said he said the audience has already seen how your bed looks.
Oh, watch it. This is going to be an interesting episode.
I got a feeling we're going to lose a lot of listeners.
No, they like this stuff. I get different feedback. Yesterday, your number, I keep saying your number fave, your fave cuz text messaged me, and she just wanted to reassure me that I did not, and I have had not any mini strokes or any of that such thing.
Well, I hope that she would know. Has she had any?
No, but I told her.
Because maybe that blocked the part of her memory that would remember.
Yeah, I told her she might want to consult Mother for any of her medical history. And she was like, no, it's not going to happen. So you never know what you're going to find out.
So speaking of my fave cuz, you spent some time with her over the weekend for Andrea's 40th birthday.
Yes.
Oh, shit. You know what? I think I forgot to tell Andrea happy birthday.
It's not too late. I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
But look, I didn't tell you happy birthday because I was denying that you turned 40 because you don't look like you're 40. I'll give her a line.
There you go. Like she's going to be like, stop.
Hey, plus I was working. I was really busy. Anyway, so y'all went to Vegas together, right?
Yes. And I have to say we had a really good time. I think it was much needed sister family time, even though half
Let
the
me stop
family
you right there
wasn't there.
because I'm hoping for like some bad stories, some arguments, some big knockdown, drag out fights. Nothing like that happened.
No. They did get worried about me.
Did you, did you let go of their hand and get lost?
No, I didn't get lost physically, like, in the crowd or anything. We stopped to get some chicken. One day we were on the strip, like the second day, the actual first full day that we were there, to be exact. And I was like, you know what? I want to try this Vegas lemonade. And I feel really, really bad because one of our last episodes, I gave like the alcohol awareness topic tip thing about just being aware. Yeah, you talked about a kid
who died of alcohol poisoning. You started the show off like that.
Yeah.
You started this off in a hole that we had to dig ourselves out of.
Yeah. And for some reason, that's what kept coming to my mind. So I get this Vegas lemonade, which was not maybe in a 16-ounce cup. And let's just say it literally knocked me out. Like
unconscious.
I mean, I was breathing, but
so
snoring.
Were you blacked out or were you like passed out?
I think I was. I kind of blacked out. And it
That's
went
some good stuff.
No. And both of them got really. I think they both got scared because I'm not trying to toot my own alcohol horn here, but. For the most part, I'm an established drinker.
I would say that it's borderline a problem.
Possibly. So I feel like I can handle my alcohol intake pretty well, especially if it was just one drink. But the problem was we didn't know exactly what was in that drink. And yeah, I missed one of the shows that we were supposed to go see.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How much were these shows? How much did you spend on these shows?
We bought like a variety attraction package. So there were different events, different attractions that we could do over the days that we were there. And that total was about $140. And
that's not too bad. I thought you missed out on like a bunch of money by drinking yourself into a stupor.
No. Well, the other crazy thing is that earlier in the day before I had the chicken and the Vegas lemonade, we had went to reserve the tickets and the seating for the show, and the lady asked if we wanted to upgrade to have a beverage inside, and it was like $10. I said, yeah, upgrade me.
So you were going to drink some more during the show?
Well, I wanted to, yes. But that was before I had the lemonade. So, I mean, Phoebe got to have a free drink.
Good for her. She can handle her alcohol. I've seen her.
Well, I shouldn't say free drink. She actually paid me back for it. And I didn't want to take it, but she forced me to.
That was nice of her. See, and you talk about how selfish she is. Look how giving she is. You're the selfish one in the family.
I didn't say she was selfish. You said it, and I just was like, okay, I can see that.
No, you said it. Don't trick me, because I'm not as smart as you look.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, so Vegas was fun. There's a lot of bad stuff that can happen over there. Like,
talking about prostitutes?
Prostitutes. They looked almost like strippers because they were had barely any clothes on, and they were dancing on the casino, throughout the casinos.
Wait, you tell me there were strippers that were just kind of dancing around the casino?
They had they had tables where they were on, and they were dancing.
Were they go-go dancers?
No,
I think
they
you might
were
be talking
like,
about go-go dancers.
Do go-go dancers wear clothes?
They wear clothes, but they can get very scantily clad.
They didn't look like go-go dancers. They just...
Did they get naked?
No, but
Okay,
they
then.
looked naked. They had, their butt cheeks weren't fully covered, so...
Right, I'm having a bad time picturing this. Just show me the pictures you took.
I didn't take pictures of any of them because I didn't feel comfortable. But Andrea and Alvaro did.
I wonder why.
That's too funny. Andrea took this video of... Oh, I'm sorry. Alvaro was videoing this table dancer from a distance, and it's like she made eye contact with him. Like, she realized he was recording her, and she starts, doing her little dance even more, and it just... he's just like steady recording her, and then up pops Andrea in his camera view, and it's like, let's go now.
I don't suppose she's going to be posting
stupid.
that on Facebook.
No, she did not. She would not post any of that stuff. I'm like, y'all are so weird.
So you
So
said that you were
weird.
going to be taking pictures and maybe some video while you were there. Did you do any of that?
No.
Because you were passed out most of the trip. Thanks a lot, cuz. Being
have
selfish
this-
as usual.
I
What
have
is
this picture. It's us with some birds, parrots. You see that?
I see it. It's very lame. Thanks a lot. I thought that there was going to be an exciting Vegas adventure.
This
A
one's more
Vegas
exciting.
vacation.
We have the birds on our head.
What if those birds took a shit on you?
It would have been highly possible because
Because they're sitting on your head.
this was us up in the sky on that big Ferris wheel thingy.
All right, so right now, this is like we're back in the 80s, and you're showing me your photo album full of your vacation photos that I don't want to see.
And then here's Luis and I.
I can see Luis in that picture, but that looks nothing like you.
That's how Brett seen me, so that's all that matters.
Brett is a blind motherfucker. Let me tell you what.
Anyway, yeah. So the Vegas trip was fun. Luis and I rode a roller coaster.
Did you do any gambling while you were there?
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you win any money?
Kind of, sort of. Not. I mean, I didn't come back ahead of what I took.
So you lost money. A true trip to Vegas, from what I understand.
But I didn't come back completely broke. Does that make sense? I guess
You
you could
lost
say,
some money, and now you're trying to rationalize it to yourself to say, it wasn't that bad.
yeah, because I was expecting to come back with absolutely nothing. But I was able to come back with something and still buy food in the airport. And
So in your mind, that's coming out ahead.
Yeah.
Good for you, cuz. Way to gamble. You should look to like investing in the stock market like this.
Yeah,
You
it
don't
was
lose
so
everything.
funny.
Yeah, you don't even break even, but hey, you still got money in the bank, so you're still ahead.
Phoebe and I and Luis were watching the Super Bowl game in one of the hotel, I guess like the bar. There's a bar area, and it was free to watch the game there because any other place that we had tried to go in to watch it at was like $195 per person, $80 per person. I think
That's ridiculous.
$60. Yeah. So we're sitting at this little bar, and it has the poker gambling thing in the bar table. Is it the bar table?
So it was poker in the front, liquor in the rear?
Yeah. And Phoebe was actually helping me. Like, well, she wasn't. She was just telling me what to do each time a new deck of cards came out, a new hand came out. And I won like $250.
What? That's awesome. I don't know anybody who's won anything at gambling.
It was pretty fun. I was like, what? Thanks to Phoebe.
Did you give her any of her winnings from that? You split the lottery like that?
No, I don't roll like that. I
It
don't
wasn't
think
like
she
when
would
you used to go
have.
to bingo?
No, it was not nothing like that. Where you give $20 or something to.
Like, look, I have 3 kids and a husband and a mortgage, and we're doing construction in our house. I'm keeping all $250 of this.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
So when you go to a hotel like that, well, I'm assuming it was a nice hotel. Was it a nice hotel?
It was a nice hotel. It was literally like right behind one of the strip casinos, like where the hotel it was kind of like where you just walked around the sidewalk and then bam, you're right there inside one of the main casinos on the strip.
Because I get real skeeved out by hotels and stuff like that. Because, I'm real like germphobic.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. A lot of that stuff grosses me out. You weren't grossed out at all by the hotel? Or by just being in a room that has had hundreds, maybe even thousands of people sleeping in it before you?
I think about that stuff, like who was sitting in this chair? Did somebody
who had
sit
sex in that chair? Unprotected sex in that chair?
Yeah, who laid in the bed?
What did they do with their remote control?
That hasn't really crossed my mind.
I've heard stories because I'm just saying it just grosses me out. And I know I have this germphobia, but you have a lot of rules yourself about like farting and burping and heavy breathing and like
yeah. Ugh.
What
This
is
is
it
gonna
with-
sound bad. Ugh. I think it's actually a disease. Felicia, our cousin, was telling me about it. That I think. Now, don't fact check me.
why would I ever?
But I want to say it was Felicia that was telling me she brought up some of her issues with the doctor, and it's like a disease, it's like a known disease where you.
Does it fall under like OCD, that kind of disease, or is it something different?
I think it's something different. But like when I hear the kids chewing, and it's not even that they smack, it's just a certain way that they eat. It just
That's
it
just
makes
because
me
you
want
don't like your kids, though.
No, it makes me want to cringe. And when my mother-in-law would be visiting us and she would eat, it's like she would stick her tongue out and put the food on top of the tongue and then put it back in her mouth. So every time,
Maybe she just doesn't know how to eat.
It's possible, but it was just
Because your mother-in-law has an eating disorder.
no. It's just, and I don't know. Like if somebody, and I realized it when I think you were telling us about one of the family parties. There was like a bowl of chips, and somebody would grab in. You're like, no, I don't want none of that. So many people have had their hands in that. I'm okay with a bowl of chips and people grabbing out of it like that. But if it's a bag of nuts, popcorn, chips, anything in a bag, and people are grabbing their hands in it, I can't see, and I can only imagine or assume that they're grabbing at a whole bunch of things in there and actually only coming out with one or two.
That's the same way I am. Because I don't know where their hands have been. People go to the bathroom and don't wash their hands all the time.
Well, we went to, I don't know where, but it was like a bag of trail mix. And I making a point to show people, okay, this is how, I don't say it, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to get some nuts out. And I pour it in my hand. Yeah. And I pour it in the cup of my hand. And I offer out of, common courtesy to whoever's around me, thinking, oh, okay, well, she poured hers in her hand. I need to pour mine in my hand too. And I'll even say, here, kids, let me pour it in your hand for you, and I'll give it to them that way. And then I'll see somebody stick their hand inside of it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done. I don't want no more. You can have it.
Yep. Same way. I'm like, no more. I'll starve to death. Thanks.
And heavy breathers. I don't know what's an issue. Like, people can't help the way they breathe. Like, Isabel will come up to me and she'll be talking and she's like, and I'm like, get away. You're breathing heavy on me. That is sick.
What?
That's disgusting.
I'm fat. I can't. I'm just sitting here. Hard.
Stop.
What happened? All right. Oh, wait. One last thing. Just so I can.
And I'm sure I fall into each one of those categories. I think I do probably all that. I'll breathe heavy. I might smack or chew or whatever. And it might get on someone's nerves, but it just
I've
makes
had this
me
bad. I don't know if it's because of my terrible underbite or what, but sometimes when I'm chewing my food, it'll just fly right out of my mouth.
gross.
It's embarrassing. Hey, don't make me feel any worse. I'm acknowledging that there's something wrong with this. I don't know how to control it though. Look at my teeth.
Yeah, you do have that underbite.
That's terrible. It's a terrible underbite. And unless I have $60,000 to $90,000 to spend on corrective surgery, it's going to have to stay that way. Guess what? I don't have $60,000 to $90,000 to spend on this.
Yeah, that's a lot. And it's more so considered like a cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, if I got into a car accident or something and broke my jaw, maybe. But I don't want that.
Yeah, me neither. Speaking of teeth, I went out and I bought this new toothpaste. It was about $7. And I'm like, dang. And so I tried it. And have you heard of the charcoal toothpaste? It's supposed, this one is like an all natural whatever. And there's no fluoride, but it's to whiten, clean. And then this one has like a minty
charcoal taste.
Yeah. So last night I tried it out. I'm like brushing my teeth and it looked like a scary movie. I smiled real big in the mirror and it was just like black all over.
Oh, the toothpaste is black like the charcoal?
Yes.
Oh, cuz.
So it's supposed to help.
You know what? Hang on, wait, before you finish. I think I know what they're doing. So it makes your teeth look black. So when you rinse out your mouth, your teeth look whiter by comparison. So it's all just an illusion. You're not really getting cleaner teeth. It just looks cleaner because a while ago they were black.
I didn't even think of that. Gosh, sometimes
and there's something
I feel
wrong when I
so
talk.
Dumb.
I get so much spit in my mouth I can hear my.
Oh, that happens where my mom said I had my mini stroke.
But your sister said no, you didn't.
Yeah, I feel like there's spit that gathers here in the corner of my mouth.
Well, this is my entire mouth. Yeah, I saw you wiping your mouth earlier. I thought, ugh.
It was that side of my face that kind of.
That's why I have a beard and mustache. It just goes in there and never sees it again. It's never seen again.
I have a mustache and I have to trim it up. It's that's another thing. I'm thinking, why does hair grow where it's not really supposed to?
Like your butthole?
Yes. Oh gosh. Anyway, so speaking of healthy teeth and all that, do you have any health updates?
I do. health update. I do. Cousin,
Yes.
you know that I have been on this ketogenic diet since the beginning of the year, correct?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, are you okay? Were you about to cry? Yes.
Yes, I do know that you've been on this ketogenic diet since the beginning of this year. I
Okay,
feel like
and
I
it's
have a
been
little
pretty-
frog in my throat.
Oh, let me see. Open your mouth. Ribbit. Ribbit. Do that again.
No.
I want to see the frog in your throat. Open your mouth.
No.
Let me just see real fast. I thought I heard something. Ribbit, ribbit, rib. Cuz I think you have an actual frog in your throat.
All right. So you've been on this ketogenic diet since the beginning
I've been
of
on
this
this-
year.
Yes, I've been on the ketogenic diet, and I got a messy desk here. I'm going to open up my Weight Gurus app because that's how I've been tracking my weight. I have a Bluetooth scale. Every time I step on it, and it gets a measurement of my weight, my body mass index, all that stuff, it records it into this app. If you
Wow.
can see my phone, shut up.
Fancy schmancy. I always told you have such nice nail beds.
Oh, thanks. That's from my mom. I get my
I
beautiful
know,
nails
you
from my
get that.
mom.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, all right. So for this week, for the past 7 days, it says that I've lost 3 pounds. Not bad, right?
Not bad at all.
And we are in, what is this, the second week of February?
Yes.
Okay, so for the past 6 weeks or so, my overall weight loss, I wish I had a drum roll. Can you give me a drum roll like the, yes, drum roll. So my entire, no, keep going to the drum roll. Drum roll.
Oh, keep going. Wait.
Yeah. My entire weight loss since January 1st until now, today we're recording on February 10th, is 23.4 pounds.
23. That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm almost halfway to my goal. I wanted to lose 50 pounds this year. I almost said this week. I want to lose 50 pounds this week, but I've only lost 3, so I need 47 to go for the rest of the week. Now, I wanted to lose.
So how do you feel?
I feel, a lot of times I feel better. I can feel the difference. My clothes are starting to fit me better. I'm still fat. Don't get me wrong. Let me give you I've lost that much weight, but currently I weigh, it's still a lot. Brace yourself while I pull up the app again. This morning I weighed myself and I weighed in at 340.6 pounds. So I'm still a big dude, you know. 20 pounds gone is not very noticeable when you are damn near a quarter ton. But I do feel better. I still, my knees still hurt because I'm still 340 pounds, but losing 20 pounds, my clothes are fitting me better. I do feel better just in general. And I'm going to continue this diet because it's been effective so far.
Oh, that's good, cuz.
Yeah, it is.
Are you like craving anything that you gave up? Not that you gave up, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, because it's a high fat, low carb diet, I don't get to eat the stuff that I usually used to eat. Like I can't eat the buns on a burger or spaghetti or even rice or potatoes. And I have to say the bun from a burger is what I've missed the most because I love hamburgers. It's so convenient. I would stop and get them after work so I wouldn't have to cook. And now I have to cook my own burgers and I just the patties, cheese and whatever. But I have been going to fast food places and ordering bunless burgers. To give a quick
No
plug.
fries.
No fries. I do miss the fries sometimes too, but the bun has been because the bun was the filler. You know, that's what filled you up from a burger. You had the great taste from the meat, cheese if you got cheese, and oh man, the mustard, lettuce, and tomatoes. Que bella. But I haven't been able to get the bun. So I went to Whataburger last night. I got a triple Whataburger, no bun. Came home, served in a salad tray, 3 hamburger patties with lettuce, tomatoes, and onions on the side, and I just mix it all up, kind of like a weird hamburger salad.
A ground beef salad, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
A taco salad with no shell.
Yeah. And it's stuff like that I have to do. And I made some homemade chili that I pour over cauliflower rice. So I'm still getting, filler.
Yeah.
But it's different.
Do you make the cauliflower rice, or as far as like buy the fresh cauliflower and grind it up, or
Yeah,
process
that's what
it
I've been
too.
doing. I just throw it in my Vitamix blender and on a very low setting, just let it crumble up, and that's my cauliflower. I know they sell it separately. You can buy some. I've seen them in the freezer
Yeah,
section, but
yeah.
I'm like, it's $2 for a head of cauliflower, and you get a lot out of that. So why not?
Yeah, I did that for a little while, but the smell of it is awful.
Oh, I know. It smells like a freaking foot.
Ugh, I hate the smell of it. That's kind of one of the reasons why. And sometimes it gets really messy too. Like it's those little things go
Yeah,
everywhere.
they fall off. It's like crumbs everywhere.
I don't know if you've tried the butternut squash.
I've not.
Okay. I would recommend, since you like spaghetti and you're making that chili.
I do like spaghetti, but I don't like buttered nuts.
Well, this might
Or
be a little
squashing
bit
them.
better than butternuts.
Wait, are you telling me that you have some butternut squash?
Yes. You go there. The butternut squash is kind of expensive, or the spaghetti squash, but you cut it in half. You drizzle olive oil over it, and you stick it in the oven for about 15 or 20 minutes.
You said this is
And-
spaghetti squash?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
tried the butternut squash or the spaghetti squash. And you don't want to overcook it, but if you do, it's okay to me because, anyway. And you just scrape the insides out, and it looks like shredded spaghetti.
Yeah, I tried this years ago. I didn't have good luck with it, and I haven't tried it since, but I've seen other people doing it. They seem to enjoy
Yeah.
it a lot.
It's
so.
pretty good. With one of those, it will last between me and Isabel. We can eat on it for like a good 3 or 4 days because a lot comes out of it.
So it'll last me 1 or 2 meals. I got you.
It's good. The right seasonings and the right meat or whatever you have with it, it's good.
You know,
'Cause that's
another thing I've
good.
noticed. Well, thank you. My portions are still pretty much the same. I haven't started cutting back calories because I'm trying to get used to eating this way first. But I have noticed sometimes I can eat just 2 meals a day and be fine. And there have even been days where I eat 1 meal and I haven't had that hunger pang to eat anything later. And I'm also experimenting with intermittent fasting. So I try and eat just between noon and 10 p.m. And the other 14 hours of the day, I only have water if I need. I don't really get hungry during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Although when it gets closer to noon, I'm starting to get hungry, but I just drink some water to hold me over until noon. And
That's good.
Unless I get off of work late or I just don't get a chance to eat, if I'm hungry after 10 o'clock, I'll allow myself to eat because I'm not going to starve myself. But
right.
for the
It
most
sounds
part,
like you are.
No, I'm not. I only eat
I mean, it
when
sounds like it.
But I'm not. I'm telling you I'm not. I'm not denying myself food. I'm
Sounds like
postponing
it.
I'm postponing it until noon, but I'm not denying myself of it. I still eat the amounts that I would normally eat. I'm just eating fewer times per day. I don't eat 3 meals a day, and my snacks now are either like almonds or pecans, or occasionally some pepperoni slices or like string cheese. I don't eat chips at work. I don't eat little cookies, although I miss those sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Every now and
you-
then I'll. What's that?
I was gonna say, do you find that it's more expensive trying to eat better, or are you actually saving a little money?
Well, I'm saving money in that I don't go out to eat as much. I still allow myself to go out once or twice a week, but the grocery bill has been a little bit more expensive. But it might be just because I'm having to buy this new stuff up front.
Yeah.
So give me a few more weeks to see, like, if it levels out. But overall, I've been able to save money because I've been eating. I've been making my own meals and I've been eating out a lot less.
That's good. You just gave me this thought. I've been watching this lady at work. We were given these Fitbits. I think I told you, and I haven't even set mine up yet. Which I'm
See, and I told you to give it to me because
stupid.
I need it way more than you, and you're not even using it.
I know,
hate
but I'm
you.
going to. Then I was talking to this guy, and he was like, I get in, because I asked him if he exercises, because he said he's been feeling a little depressed recently. And he says he suffers from depression, what have you. And so I was just trying to, like, ask him questions to maybe see if there's ways to help him manage that depression a little better. And I asked him if he exercised, and he said, no, not really, but he gets his steps in each day because he's in our IT department. And I was like, how? He's like, well, I get at least 10,000 steps in with all the walking around that I have to do. And I was like, well, what does that 10,000 steps equate to? He was like 3 miles. I'm like, that's a shitload of walking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if that's, so I'm curious. Now I'm going to find that Fitbit somewhere that I have it here. And I'm going to try to shoot for 10,000 steps at work or during the, anyway.
10,000 is like an arbitrary number that people have picked. Maybe you should start at something reasonable, like half that, which is still 1.5 miles.
But how awesome would that be to do 3,000 steps, to walk 3 miles a day without actually going to the track or something?
That'd be great.
But
you sit in front of a computer all day like I do.
Yeah, and I think that's why I have back problems and spine problems.
That's why I watch his chiropractor videos.
Actually, my doctor did tell me one time to pull up videos and how to do exercises or stretches and things for sitting type jobs.
Yeah, I pulled up some stretching videos on Pornhub.
You're sick. That's disgusting.
I'm joking. They're not stretching videos, but they make you want to stretch.
You're sick. So I guess that concludes the health segment.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to end the show. What do you think?
I think so too.
All right. Go when you get stressed out or you have back problems, go stretch yourself. Nope. Wrong one. This is the one. You have any lyrics to sing us out, cuz?
Of course not. Even though someone said I need to come up with some.
Was it me? I said, cuz you should come up with some lyrics to sing us in or out of the show. Cuz I am tired of making up stuff on the spot.
Maybe your
I'm
fave
not
cuz
a good lyricist, so I love my fave cuz for advising you to do some work on the show so we can have some better content just to give our wonderful audience. But you hate them so much and you don't want them to have a good experience listening to our show.
Don't order pizza while you're in school.
#2 podcast, and we're gonna
result in
do
suspension.
our best, except for Lourdes, cause she doesn't want the work and her husband doesn't like her doing this show. I do my best, but I don't do anything worth talking about, or I don't have anything interesting. That picture doesn't look like you, but Luis is spot on, and Brett is just being nice, cause your lips aren't full like that. They're kind of thin strips of food. All right, I'm running out of stuff to say, cause goodbye.
Bye,
Don't forget to subscribe. Leave us some nice comments, and find us at N2Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Email us n2pod@gmail.com.
Or campfirepod.com. Did you want me to say something else to that?